Ordinarily for Valentine's Day, there will be a romantic comedy or a comedy about relationships in cinemas. This year was the first one for quite a while where there wasn't. I think probably because everyone was off seeing Deadpool. But anyway, a week later, along comes How to Be Single, which has this kind of self-helpy title. It's based on a novel, but it's presented as a newly single girl's guide to navigating New York City and basically sharing what she's learned about her time there. So we have the main character is played by Dakota Johnson. Her name's Alice, and she announces at the start of the movie that it's not about relationships but about the times in between. And at the very, very start of the film, we see her getting together with her college sweetheart, and then suddenly the film skips ahead, I think, 2 years to their breakup, and you think, oh, this is quite fun. You know, they're doing something a bit different. It's not about this relationship. It's about from the moment that she gets together with someone and the moment she leaves him, she becomes uninteresting, and then it's only when she's on the market again that things pick up. So you have that. She comes to New York to start a new life and starts working as a legal secretary, and she makes friends with a colleague called Robin, who's played by Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
And the idea is that both these characters are sharing their insights into the single scene. You know, Alice is this newly single girl, and Robin is this battle-scarred veteran. And we've got a clip here of Robin sharing some advice.
Let me teach you how to be single. Okay. Lesson 1. Go get us some drinks. Okay. No, that was a trick. You don't buy the drinks. Boys buy the drinks. It's kind of like a sexual currency that they use so they're not actually paying you to hook up. So, go get us a drink. Not with this wallet. Okay.
Which of you is buying oil right now?
Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know why I just said y'all. You all would have taken just as much time. And I'm not even from the South. I'm from Portland, which is southern from Canada. Are y'all Canadian? I just did it again. I said it again. Oh my God. Okay, bye.
Wow. So is it funny?
So there we are. You see, you'll never need to buy another drink in your life, David. You know, you can just go up to the bar and use your wiles to talk. Now, look, this is.
I've been doing that for years.
The idea that this is a film that skips out on all the usual rom-com stuff and concentrates on the stuff that the other rom-coms miss, to me is very appealing. But that's just not what the film does at all. It's what it kind of puts across is that actually when people are out of relationships, every ounce of their energy is devoted towards getting back into a relationship or hooking up with guys casually, but still it's guys. This is all that these characters fixate on. So you have even Rebel Wilson's character, who is this kind of ultimate footloose and fancy-free gal about town, is obsessed every night with, must go to bars, must do this, must look my best, must get dressed up and blah, 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 blah. You have two more characters as well. There's Leslie Mann plays Meg, who is Alice's older sister. She's an obstetrician. She works with babies all the time. She doesn't want one of her own, though, although, see if you can guess what kind of journey her character goes on and where she, which kind of public facility she might end up at the end of the film in pushing for all her worth. Then you also have this character called Lucy, played by Alison Brie, whose story never really bizarrely connects up with the others. She's sitting around in a bar that they sometimes visit, the bar that clip took place in, and she spends all of her time browsing dating websites, like, Match.com, My Single Friend, these kind of small ad sites to try and find her perfect match. She's come up with an algorithm to try and locate them. We don't really understand what the algorithm is, and her story is ultimately not very interesting, not very fleshed out as well. At the end of this film, I kind of realised two things. First of all, what I'd been watching had no resemblance whatsoever to plausible human behaviour. It's just total kind of mad nonsense. And secondly, that these characters actually define themselves in terms of the people that they're with so much that Dakota Johnson's character, Alice, I actually didn't really know anything about, other than in terms of the three relationships that she gets into over the course of the movie, which are with, she gets back together with her ex for a while. There's another guy who's this kind of bad boy bar manager, and another guy who's this nice guy with a slightly tragic past. Away from those characters, there is nothing to her character at all. We see all of the stuff that I'm interested in, where you see her and Rebel Wilson's character go out for some girls' fun out, they go to a cookery class together. That all gets compressed into a montage. So the film is fundamentally, the point of it is dishonest. It's written also by this author, Liz Tuccillo, who was a story editor on Sex and the City. And you can just basically see the spectre of Sex and the City hovering over this film.
Yeah, but also it's like from purely crassly. The poster that I've seen, it gives a nod to girls, really. There's a bit
Well,
of
this film wishes it was girls. I mean, the thing is, the book that it's based on was written in 2008. Now, dating, the single scene, particularly in a city like New York, has changed completely since
Are
2008.
you speaking from experience now?
No, not at all. But just from purely reading news coverage of it, you see stuff like apps like Tinder that are all about casual acquaintance hookup things that you can do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
None of this is taken into account by this film whatsoever. It's almost like a period piece, and the fact that it's not trying to move it. I mean, there are some emojis scattered through to give it this kind of very thin veneer of topicality, but it really does not feel like it reflects single life now at all. It was adapted by the team of writers behind Valentine's Day, and He's Just Not That Into You, which is another kind of a self-helpy rom-com-y ensemble thing. So it just didn't ring true in that sense, and it didn't ring true to its original concept as well. I think the thing is, as well, is it really squanders this quite promising cast. Dakota Johnson, who I think is tremendous in A Bigger Splash, a film that's out of cinemas, just missed out on a place in the top 10 this week. But it's Matthias Schoenaerts, Tilda Swinton and Ray Fiennes on kind of like basically career best work as this madcap record producer. She can hold her own against these enormously talented cast members. So, she is someone who is always fascinating to watch. She's also an actress who's blessed with one of these faces that I think you can project things onto very easily. The best parts in this film is when she's just wandering around New York looking at things. And, first of all, because she's not saying any of this horrendously unfunny dialogue, but also because in the way she walks around the city, it's just, she has a face that's quite kind of difficult to read, but it's addictive to read. And, is she happy? What's she thinking here? She's just a great screen presence to watch. So that stuff I enjoyed. And, goodness, I thought Dakota Johnson was great in 50 Shades of Grey as well. I think she's just someone who is perennially underrated.